Hey everybody and welcome back. Hope you guys this week was going pretty good. It's Friday and I will be uploading some more American Truck Simulator Let's Plays this weekend. Hopefully at least one if not two for Saturday and Sunday. But I might just do tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. I guess I'll see when I get to it. Looks like the Meg free games for the Xbox has been released. Xbox One and 360 I should say. Xbox One is going to be Get Defense Grid 2 available May 1st through the 31st. Costume Quest 2 available May 16th through June 15th. For the 360, you get Grid 2, which is backwards compatible, from May 1st through the 15th, and Peggle May 16th through the 31st. Not the best lineup of games, but I played Grid 2 before, and that game is pretty fun actually. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If you guys have never played Grid or whatever, it's quite a fun game, and at least it's free. It's not as good as last month's lineup for Sunset Overdrive and such, but it's still a pretty good lineup nonetheless. Alright, so pretty much the next PlayStation 4 has been pretty much confirmed. PlayStation 4 Neo, codenamed Neo. It's not really called Neo, but whatever. And it's pretty much been confirmed at this point. I mean, I don't care what Sony says. And now it looks like the Xbox One is getting some attention as well for E3 of this year. It looks like they're gonna have talking about hardware and controller. I mean, there was, in a video earlier this week, I talked about Xbox One Slim possibly, but now I guess a Microsoft insider has added, credence to the idea of a new Xbox hardware. They could possibly be revealing that at E3 this year in June, and it looks quite interesting. I cannot talk again today. I can never talk. No, whatever. Okay, so moving on, pretty much the new Xbox hardware will be announced at the show as well as a new controller. They said it's going to have similar design to the current pad and a possible default white color, so that might be pretty cool. Might change up the style a little bit. They said it will be quote unquote updated, but they don't share whether or not it will have any substantial changes like the last one they did, because they did upgrade the Xbox One controller I have, you can just plug in your earbuds right to the controller. You don't need to have an adapter. So this would be basically their second rendition of a controller for the Xbox One. I guess we'll have to see what is in store June 14th through the 16th at E3, and I'm gonna have to just go over some of that too when it gets closer. I mean, we're coming up on May here pretty soon next week, so E3 is not that far away. And it'd be really cool to see what Xbox has in store. They'll probably have updated hardware to the Xbox. Nothing major, but it's just going to be basically what the PlayStation is doing with their console. No big deal, really, to me, honestly. The games still look and run fine on their Xbox One right now, so there's no really changes. You don't need to go out and buy the newest and best thing ever. So moving on to that, or from that, I should say. Basically, it says, will PS4, Xbox One become iPhones or PCs? Now, this is a really good question. In this article, they talked about, how consoles are changing, very quickly, than ever. PS2 to PS3 was a huge jump. PS3 to PS4, it was still a pretty significant jump in hardware, but nothing else, because software is just coding that's not actual hardware in the console. Basically, they talk about in this how they fragmented the x86, PS4, and Xbox One architectural transition into looking more like PCs in this portion of the console race, I guess is what I'm going to call it. And how, iPhone, PCs are open and, whatever, they're looking more like PCs than they ever have. iPhone is totally closed and they're operating with discrete hardware generations and basically quickly obsolete devices. And they say that the world of PC looks more like science and iPhone looks more like a magic, expensive magic at that. They basically said Sony is clearly lured by, the iPhone, and they can't think of any computer company that would want to be able to use to shell out $400+ for new hardware every 2 years, because nobody would do it for a console especially. I'm not going to do it. I'm sure a lot of other you guys aren't going to do it. There's no sense to do that. But in such a solution, it wouldn't work perfectly with the current console climate. They're saying things are working fine right now, and they have no idea. They don't like to have the idea to spend your money on PC to stay current. With console, you pretty much get what you got. You'll know your game will work regardless of what happens. But on the flip side, Microsoft is clearly gonna have, they're trying to go more with their Windows-based products, with the streaming to your Windows device, Xbox One games on the Windows 10 App Store, just more architecture for Windows on the Xbox. They have the Windows 10 Xbox, home screen. Pretty much they're going with Windows-based everything on these consoles, or not these consoles, but Microsoft is going one way, Sony's going the other. It looks like they're both going to probably have upgraded consoles, but I mean, we're going to be 3 years into this in November, okay, with these two consoles, and it looks like, yeah, Sony's in the way of $400 every 2 years if you want a new updated, quote-unquote updated console, because honestly, they're not that much updated from the last one, but whatever, that's beside the point. And Sony looks like they're in the same boat as iPhone, this is a very good article and he explained it very well. If you guys want to read it, it's the Forbes article down below. Check it out. Personally, I think, it's good to have one way and the other, because you look at last generation, Microsoft was so far ahead of Sony and everything, that they were like, oh, they're rubbing it in their face, and now it's a flip side, and Sony's on Microsoft, where Microsoft was, and now it's, Microsoft is where Sony was, trying to catch up and trying to win the fan base back over. So, I don't know, guys. This is interesting. What do you guys think? Do you guys think consoles will become like the iPhone, or do you think it will stick and be like a PC where you have to upgrade it every couple years? Or do you think they'll come up with one device, but then after 2 to 3 years now, basically, they're going to have an updated console? I don't know. I personally think it's going to stick to now this upgradable hardware, and now we might even lose disk drives in the near future is what I'm hearing. I hope that's not the case, because then I won't even buy consoles anymore, guys. I'm dead serious. Once they lose physical discs, I'm done. I'm done with console. I have no desire to even have it anymore. I mean, people say, oh, you don't need to buy the disc. Why don't you just digitally download your games? Yeah, well, you know what happens? I just like to get a physical item for my money when I go buy a game at the store. Honestly, just because I feel like I'm getting more for my money, even though it's the same thing, but I just like to have the physical item. With digital download, I'm only getting the license. You know, if my console's, once the store shuts down in, 20 years or so, guess what? I can't get those games back, can I? With a disc, at least I can have the console and the games. I mean, granted, the PS4 probably isn't going to last 25 years, my first one. I'm going to have to buy one. It's going to be a antique by then. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments. And before I go, I need to tell you guys this. If you guys have checked out my Facebook page, what was it? Wednesday, I think it was. Wednesday or Thursday. I did go ahead and pre-order my HTC Vive. It will be shipping in June. It looks very, very fun, and I hope to play some games with it, like some gameplay videos, or I'll do Let's Plays with it, obviously. I mean, that's obviously going to happen. It works with American Truck Simulator, apparently, and Euro Truck Simulator, as well as the other 3 games that come with it for free. Looks so cool, guys. I cannot wait to show it off, and I just want to have a lot of fun with it. I hope VR succeeds, but if it doesn't, I'm still going to have a lot of fun with it. I mean, it is quite expensive, $800, $870 with tax and shipping is what I paid for it. It should be shipping around June, sometime in June. And I cannot wait to play that thing. That is going to be so much fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Obviously, I did buy the HTC Vive, and it will be here shortly. Well, in about a month and a half, let's say. What do you guys think on that as well? I think I made a pretty good purchase. I mean, do I think VR will succeed? I have no idea right now. I mean, it's still too early in the VR, industry to have, like, thoughts and opinions on it. I think it will, personally, if the price is right. I like the Vive because Steam made the Vive. They didn't make it, well, HTC made it, but Steam, helped develop it or whatever the crap they did. So I had the comfort that Valve was going to support it, and Steam, is just a great software program to have games on, obviously. It's like the #1 PC gaming. So yeah, I hope I like the HTC Vive, and I hope it, is what they say it is. But that's pretty much all I want to say in this video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. I will talk to you guys tomorrow during that Let's Play. Have a good one.